In this video, I want to talk to you about the 3 different types of women you'll encounter throughout your life. Before we begin, I want to make it clear that there is no correct or incorrect answer to this question. The type of woman you choose to be with is entirely up to you. However, I believe it's important for you to understand what each type entails so that you can make the best decision for yourself. With that out of the way, let's get started. The 3 options I'll give you was posted on Reddit by Jack Gatsby, who stated that once you understand the nature of women, you have 3 options when dealing with them. The first option is to change yourself to adapt to the way women are and continue playing the game. The second option is to walk away from the relationship. This method of taking the red pill involves gaining an understanding of female psychology and using that information to your advantage. This strategy has a chance of working, but it is hard to keep up over time. Trying to please others can make it hard to stay true to yourself. If you choose this route, give it your full attention. On paper, everything seems to revolve around women. The method differs. Men are waking up to the realities of modern dating in recent years. Women love competition. It looks alpha on paper. Adapting to women's behavior is the idea behind the red pill method. This is the red pill method's premise. This requires specific behaviors, mentalities, and knowledge of female psychology. Some may find this manipulative. It can be a great way to meet women if done with honesty and integrity. If you're having relationship problems, try taking the red pill. The other option is to ignore your epiphany and find someone who loves you for who you are. They seem unaware that they'll never find a woman who loves them unconditionally. At best, most women will tolerate you. They enjoy what you can provide, what you have, and how you make them feel, not you. For the wrong reasons, some men stay in relationships. They imagine that finding a life partner will solve their feelings of isolation. Unfortunately, this isn't always the case, and many women are in fact in love with their partners. In contrast, they may value the men's financial and emotional support more highly. For the wrong reasons, some men actively seek out relationships. Not all women are the same, but it's good to know what to expect before getting too attached. Avoid future heartache and disappointment by doing so. 3. You can stop participating altogether and focus on other things. I see no other option that makes more sense. The MGT0W movement, which translates to men going their own way, is gaining popularity. There are good reasons why more and more men are pulling away from social and romantic relationships. MGT0W men have seen how divorce leaves people financially and emotionally broke. They've seen how the family court system is biased against men and how fathers get fewer visits. The MGT0W men are angry. MGT0W men step back, assess the situation, and then act. Shouldn't we all do that? I wrote a song called To Be Alone about why I chose to be alone. Option 1 for Jack is the P. Wayne approach, not just the red pill way. So as long as you can handle emotional drama from false claims, you should be fine with short-term girlfriends. Options include, this is the first level of MGT0W in this instance. Always have this light ready to kill you. The second level is about having a short-term relationship, which appears to be choosing one of your alternatives. It seems like the purple pill type of relationship. This is when you have situational awareness and are married to a hottie. MGT0W mode, which is option 3 and corresponds to level 3, allows you to choose to ghost women who are currently in relationships. Level 4 is the point at which he stops communicating with anyone and completely removes himself from society. So Jack, take a look at the levels. They wouldn't be anything special if they hadn't banned us from playing in the shadows. You might have come across some videos on YouTube relating to this topic. Take a look at the following 3 choices for more details. The first option for dating in the short to medium term is to keep women guessing about whether you will continue to be with them or not by dating other women at the same time. This will keep them interested in you. Egg spinning plates will give you a makeover, and you can lure ladies on, which is not difficult. However, if they discover you are not serious about them, they may become insane, and you'll have to deal with the fallout. I recommend avoiding moving in with them as soon as you notice the first sign of problems and instead cutting them off and leaving them alone. I had a similar experience, and I was angry at myself for putting myself in a situation where I had feelings for a woman. When things ended, I had to deal with the emotional ramifications. The good news is that the more I did this, the more tired I grew of relationships, and I eventually reached the second stage of the red pill process. Red pill males embrace your second choice. They can't keep it in their pants and want women to like them. Men are often seen as relationship aggressors, but they can be just as vulnerable as women. Since then, I've had no partnerships. MGT0W makes me happy. Men should often move on and find someone who loves them back. If he doesn't, they'll waste his life pining for someone who will never love him. Option 3, which I chose and works for me, is a compromise that doesn't work for everyone. I'm not suggesting you ignore this. At least 2 men who were detained by police face incarceration. In many U.S. cities, males who take illicit services are punished, not women who sell them. The government is the only legal pimp, and you need a marriage license to have regular sexual relations and be considered a good person. I'm not suggesting you ignore this. If you don't want sexual encounters, choose option 5. I wouldn't suggest that until your friends return the favor. While it's possible to be close friends with someone of the opposite gender, there are also benefits to being same-gender friends. For one thing, being friends with someone of the same gender can make it easier to talk about intimate topics. Friendships between people of the same gender are typically simpler than those between people of different genders, because there is no risk of romantic feelings interfering or of having to take things to a more committed level. It is common for friends of the same gender to be able to relate to one another in ways that friends of the opposite gender are unable to. These friends may have more in common with you than you think, in terms of interests and life experiences. As a result, they can be a great source of support and understanding. Lastly, having friends who are of the same sexual orientation as you can help you build deeper levels of intimacy and trust. In many ways, these friendships have the potential to be among the most rewarding relationships we have. If you're here, you're responsible for Oak's helpful criticism. A highly intelligent woman with practical talents and a live passion is just keeping him company. She likely sees him as an equal and wants someone who can challenge and stimulate her intellectually. She probably has many hobbies and interests outside of work. She probably sees him as an equal and wants someone who can challenge and stimulate her. Her interests are varied. In a relationship with this woman, you would always be learning and growing, and you would talk and argue a lot. She needs a hobby that won't annoy me. I don't want someone who thinks I'm a free handyman or an activity man. I only spend time with people who add value to my life, like when she helps my business but doesn't interfere. I don't want someone who thinks that of me. I've had women like this who try to control me. If it happens again, I'll leave. This time, I'm telling them I won't tolerate such behavior again. If you want a partner who will keep your mind active and push you to be your best, find a smart woman with a life passion. I'll discuss modern women's harsh reality in the following paragraphs. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button. If you enjoyed this story and the lesson it attempted to teach you, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comment section below that you have done so. After that, I will provide a response to your observation. Also, if you want more stories like this one to be published, please leave a comment below indicating that you want to see it happen.